a case study. I'm joined today by Mike Wang. He is CEO and founder of Innocent Armor. Hello, Mike.
Hello.
And Dwayne Shakespeare, Director of E-commerce and Parcel with Jillamy Inc. Hi, Dwayne.
Hey, Robert.
Let's talk about how the two of you came together to solve an interesting supply chain challenge on the part of Innocent Armor. But first of all, I just want Mike to please just kind of give me a quick snapshot of who is and what is Innocent Armor.
Okay, sure. Innocent Armor is a premium line of bulletproof lifestyle clothing. So it's everyday clothing, but it has the same level of protection that police officers or law enforcement are wearing. But again, in everyday clothing like jackets, vests, t-shirts.
You look like you're wearing one now.
Yeah, this one's not bulletproof, but
okay.
It's a similar style. This one,
well, we won't be firing on you during this conversation.
No,
so don't worry about that.
I think I'm safe in my conference room, but
okay.
You never know. You never know nowadays.
All right. Anyway, so what was the challenge that you faced that caused you to need the services of Jillamy?
Well, we're a small startup business, so we needed a fulfillment center that could kind of grow with our needs. We actually initially started with a different fulfillment center, but we transitioned over to Jillamy, and it's actually been a great transition because the older company was a family-run business that wasn't that responsive. The infrastructure wasn't really quite there. So with this transition to Jillamy, it's been really good because, well, it's kind of the best of both worlds because although Jillamy is a family-owned business, it's got a lot of infrastructure, and it's got a lot of resources, a lot more than what we initially started with, so they can grow with our needs. And then, but it's also because it's kind of a family-owned business, it's got that family touch. So you don't feel like we're lost in like a big corporation. The people have been very friendly, very responsive, and been great to work with.
Dwayne, how did Innocent come into your radar? How did you from your end, where did you first hear them and how did you become involved?
Well, Mike reached out to us and basically we just sat down, we had an initial discovery call and we talked about what, wants and needs. And I might add that after today's meeting, we'll probably hire Mike as a sales rep because he's done a great job representing us here so far. So we started talking about, scalability, technology, the scope of operations, and one of the things that we brought to the table that I think Mike liked the most was the ability to have experts in every area of transportation, supply chain, warehousing, e-commerce, technology, you name it. We had somebody we could put in front of him and give him the best product he needed with, being customer-centric driven, looking for his best interest, not a carrier that one person might represent's interest.
Yeah. Well, Mike, making the switch to a new provider in this way is not always an easy process. In fact, it's never a particularly easy process. Tell me a little bit about how the shift over and the implementation, lessons learned along the way. Just how did it all go from your end?
Well, like Dwayne alluded to, we had this discovery call, and we were able to they were able to share some of the resources that they were going to be able to bring to the table. And by having some of these experts, and I kind of talked about it earlier, they have more resources than what we had initially. They have experts in, for example, they have a lady, Elizabeth, who came from FedEx. She had a background of 8 years there. And so I scheduled a call with her, and then she was able to offer us some ideas about how we could reduce our shipping costs. And I think we probably lowered it by 30 or 40%. So it's just things like that have been tremendous. We also had a project where we had to bag and tag some of our newer products. And that just makes it's going to make it more streamlined in the future, and then help minimize any mistakes with fulfilling orders. So it's been great.
But still, flipping the switch from one provider to the other, one day to the next, is never easy. Was that an issue at all, or did it just run so smoothly that it wasn't a problem?
Well, I mean, you can see Dwayne. He made the transition very easy because he's a pretty likable guy. But no, so we had that call, and we kind of, we're feeling each other out. But I just initially, right from the get-go, I just felt very comfortable with the transition. And like you said, though, it could have been kind of could have been kind of chaotic and could have been tricky. But Dwayne helped, and his team helped make it pretty smoothly. It eased the transition smoothly. Yeah.
Dwayne, what was required to pull it off on your end? Any particular challenges and the like?
Well, I think you have to identify what all the little pieces of the puzzle initially, and you have to get the right people involved. And really, it's getting all the API connections and the technology set, and then doing a quick test and making sure everybody's comfortable. And you can't just interview one person. You have to interview multiple people within the organization just to make sure you're getting all the touch points correctly. Might be an operations person in the back that has more interaction with part of your technology or your operations, and you want to make sure you're capturing their need as well. So it's a broad discovery approach that you have to make sure you ask a lot of questions and ask a few more after you get it done.
Yeah. Mike, you've already given us a glimpse of what some of the benefits were, but kind of give me a summary of the benefits of this engagement with Jillamy and how it has helped Innocent Body Armor to better serve its customer base.
Well, we pride ourselves here at Innocent Armor with being a very customer-oriented company. And like I've already spoke about how Jillamy's been very responsive to our needs and help, try to minimize fulfillment issues. So what we've seen is our orders are going out much faster with it's just a better response time from Jillamy down. It's helped trickle down to our end. So our customers are getting the products faster. They're happier. And it's gone well.
What does your distribution network look like right now in terms of like where is your main distribution point, or do you have multiple points that cover the whole country, or how is that laid out, and is that going to change at all?
Right now, we have one center that's fulfilling it, but because that Jillamy has multiple locations, as we grow and have more inventory, I think we can even minimize our shipping costs even better, because we will be able to figure out what zones we're shipping to more frequently, and then maybe transfer some of the inventory to different locations. So that's also, talking about growing, being able to grow with us as we expand our business.
Dwayne, do you feel that Jillamy has more to offer Innocent?
Oh yeah, I think we do. We're a complete supply chain solution. I mean, the way we look at it, we can handle the shipment from China or Taiwan or wherever it's manufactured. We can control it and give the customer visibility the whole way into our fulfillment center or our overflow warehouse, of which we have on the east and west coast. Process your orders more quickly, like you talked about, and get the order out to the customer from either the fastest location or the fastest coast location. And that, that reduces your chance of buyer's remorse. It creates a happier customer experience. The faster processing gives us, economies of scale, which we pass on to the customer, and savings, which help him, grow their business. So it's just a nice package. I think it's the best package.
Yeah. These are not easy times for any supply chain, let alone one like yours, Mike, where it can be difficult to keep product flowing at times when there's so many issues with disruptions in supply chains and questions about how best to distribute product. But it sounds like you're doing a great job. So I want to thank you, Mike Wang of Innocent Body Armor, and Dwayne Shakespeare of Jillamy Inc, giving us a clue, giving us a quick glimpse into this particular case study. Thanks to both of you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Robert. Appreciate the time today.